community transformation just doesn't happen like that, just by meeting needs. Transformation should come when we actively, we need to take proactive steps. For example, just don't meet the needs. We don't give them the fish. We need to come to the place where they'll be able to fish for themselves. When they come to that level, then you're already doing something, that is, you're already bringing a transformation in their life.
And I came to believe that truly through education, you could make a difference in the life of the children. Some of the kids are now in university, some are in colleges, some are working, and I saw to my gladness, right? I'm very glad to know that they are not doing menial jobs like their parents.
Whatever I started with them, when I walked with them, today I can just stay back and let them do. Today, the children from the dump side, the very family, and the rest of them, when I said I need to reach out to this community, say there's about 1,000 families in this flat. For example, go to Desamantari, we want to organize a gotong royong or a medical or sports day or some activity. I don't have to do much. They will do themselves. They organize. They know what to do when it's a doctor's day is taking place. They know how to go and get the children and get organized when we are doing a sports or community project with the community, with the locals involved. So they've come to the level of organizing. So I believe in that part they have also done it very well. And today for evangelistic meetings and all, they bring busload of people. Their job is to bring, and our job is to preach the word of God in this ground. We only can do in our own grounds. So people come because why? They've seen the good works in action, not in just words. So now that is why we are able to bring in so many hours. Actually, revival has taken place.
Yeah, we were connected to God, and not only us. Through us, some of them, though they were of different race, and some of our relatives also. Some of our friends, some friends and some neighbors, they all came to know God. They accepted Christ, but they are all going to individual churches. They are going.
Roughly how many do you think are attending church?
I think if you started with a few, a handful I suppose. With one of my daughters, the first one, as a child, as a 4-year-old, she went. Through the 4-year-old, many other little year-olds went, and then James went, and then I went, and then the few of the neighbors used to come, and then relatives have to come. They all came. Many were touched, and then once when I was sitting down, I was thinking, writing down all their names, the adults to the children, from this brick it comes, and then another one we started. And then they started another one, they called their neighbor, sister or brother, and through more than 100, I think so.
Have come?
Have come, accepted Christ.
So through your family, how many you think were baptized?
In my family, all my children are baptized. My cousins, and their sisters, all my other cousins, some of their children. Actually, those who were baptized were already coming to that 100. And they were all scattered in different churches, all going churches. They are faithful ones. And surely from them, I think they're still growing. They're still growing.
What I found was there was a change in my character. I was able to prioritize my time, my desires, and it has become more kingdom-based now compared before I came here. I was worldly, going to church only on Sundays or Bible classes, and I thought I was a good Christian, not realizing that, I need to be in a mission to share the gospel, to impact lives through education.
I must say, this case study that we are sharing to you about this particular family, okay, we started this relationship of friendship, fellowship, and the relationship with this family in 1991. Until today, we have a very good fellowship because they have become leaders and they still keep in touch. And I have seen not just the transformation of this one particular family, through them, like I said, all the relatives, friends, neighbors, they all were transformed through their action, through their sharing of what they have learned from from us. And it's like a wave, and brought souls after souls, and they would bring busloads of people for evangelistic meetings and all. Now, this took years, and I think during this journey with this particular group of people that we have discipled, what I've seen is that it only not changed or transformed them, it also transformed me. I was able to experience the reality of God, and to see that God was answering the children's prayer and the need. And I just want to testify, give one testimony of what happened that even brought not only them but even me to the next level of walking deeper with God, the journey, and that really transformed me and put me on fire for the Lord. People have heard that I've been working in this slum area for a long time. So one brother from Sramban is not a Christian, but he heard through my sister what the work that I've been doing, and he decided to give provision for 10 families regularly, for a year. So that was last portion for that month that remained in my house, and I've been, of course, when I'm meeting these needs, I always seek the Lord. It's not that just go out and give the poor. You need to be very wise in doing, even distributing food, to the poor and the needy. So always I wait upon the Lord, and when the Lord moves me, then I go and provide. You see, this is a principle that we need to learn. So this last portion, and been asking the Lord, who shall I give? Who this belong to, Lord? Show me, And I went on my knees to pray over this provision, to say, who should I go? And all of a sudden, I saw in my vision the very girl that comes from the dump site, and this was a new family that moved into the dump site. That Sunday she came to church and she held on to my skirt and said, come and visit us, that night. But I told her I'll come another day. So that is why I very vividly remember these children. After my 100 Sunday school children, I remember the face of this girl who that night really, was pulling me to go to the house while dropping her off after Sunday school. When I saw this girl in the vision, I knew where she came from the dump site. So I called Brother Gabriel and said, can you come, we need to send this provision to someone. So we went, and it was about 3:30 in the afternoon that I remember still, after all these years. We dropped the provision and told the Sister Lily James, I want you to give this to the family that has moved in new recently. And we came off. And 2 days later, I went for my regular classes with the children at the dump site. And this girl, normally I go there about late night in the it's 7:30 till 9:30 to 10, I'm there, you see. That night, this girl came back and she sat with me and she was pulling my skirt and to whisper something into my ears. So when I bent down, she said, thank you for the food that you gave, because we have not eaten for days. And I just, I didn't know what to say, I said, what, She said, thank you for the food, because we didn't have food for so many days. You gave us food that day. We want to thank you. And then Sister Lily came and told me the whole story. Sister, after you left 3:30 that afternoon, 2 hours later, this girl's mother came to my doorstep and she said, Sister, can I gadai, she said the word gadai, my husband's watch for 5 ringgit because I need to feed my 6 children. I have a baby at home. And when Lily saw that 3 o'clock that afternoon, and she told, there's a sister from the church, gave the whole provision this afternoon to give it to your family. I am just waiting for my husband to come to go and distribute, and this whole food stuff is for you and your family. I think that taught me that God is using a telescope into every home to see the need, and He's crying out that someone will go and meet. And I was glad that I knelt down and sought the Lord that afternoon to whom it should go, and I was connected in the spirit to that family in the Dam, which I've never met before, only that particular girl, and the provision blessed that family. As a result, the family came to the Lord, and it opened out the door for us to go and minister to them through meeting felt needs for long term, and gradually the children came to Sunday school. And that opened door for others to know there is a God that hears the cry of the people, and is able to meet the needs miraculously. And these are the things that actually, motivated me to go further, to hear God, to seek God first. It's not about you meeting the needs, it's about hearing the heartbeat of God, and He connects you. And when He connects you, you are able to experience a transformation in your life. I've been transformed, oh my God, to the extent I've totally dedicated my life to serve where He has called me.